Hi, Shopaholics. Welcome back to a new chapter. Today, Martina and I are going to present on fashion trends, past, present, and future. And to be honest, fashion has always reflected society. So it really helps me to put things into perspective when I think about it. Let's begin with the past. As you can see in the picture, by the 60s, people have already started experimenting with bold colors and men's skirts. And later on the 80s, fashion have become more extravagant with shoulder pads, neon colors, or also denim. At that time, it was highly unlikely that people had realized how much those trends were influenced by music and movies and all the culture that was around them. So now, looking back, we can see that its identity and culture have always shaped what people were in that at that time and nowadays.
Yes, well, thank you and welcome back, everybody. Um, Now let's move to current trends, right? People today have combined vintage looks with modern design, okay? Let's say oversized clothes from the 90s have returned, but in a cleaner style. Sneakers, for example, they have become essential in almost every outfit. To be fair, social media sometimes drives me up the wall because trends change so fast and you either follow them or you feel left out. And that happens to me like all the time. But, I guess we need to put a brave face on it and move on and just adapt. Another point, which is very trendy right now, is sustainability. Many young people like us have chosen for secondhand stores or options like eco-friendly brands. In my case, I love thrifting. It's one of my favorite things. Needless to say, this shift is very crucial. In fact, I'd say it's highly likely that sustainability will define fashion more than any other factor in the future.
Yeah, that's it, true, Martina. Now we are going to Martina. We'll talk about what fashion might look like in the years ahead. So go ahead, Martina.
Yes, well, by 2050, fashion will have changed in ways we can't imagine. Like we have no idea. It's highly likely that the jobs our children doing the future don't even exist yet. And the same happens to clothing. For example, fabrics will have been developed that adjust automatically to temperature, or maybe clothes that change colors according to what you feel or your mood on that day. Honestly, I sometimes bite my tongue when people say digital fashion is silly because it's clear that avatars and virtual wardrobes will have played a big role in online identity. Of course, sustainability will still be important. By then, we will have found more eco materials and recycling methods. To be honest, that gives me hope.
Yeah, so to conclude, Martina, I think on everyone, fashion has always evolved. And in the past, it had reflected music and culture, and today it has been shaped by social media and sustainability, as Martina said. And in the future, we don't know, it will have integrated technology, lights, and also EQ values even more deeply. I think it really helps me to put things into perspective when I see how trends are connected to history. And thank you, everyone, for listening.
Yes, thank you very much for listening. As always, your opinions are always welcomed. And this is the perfect time to get something off your chest if you'd like to express what are your feelings about fashion trends nowadays. Is it Is it cool or do you like it? What are your opinions? It will be always a pleasure to be um, reading your comments down below. Thank you so much and follow for more. Goodbye, Cynthia. Bye, Shopaholics.
Bye, Shopaholics.